What's going on, everyone? This is Sean Mitchell, Denver real estate agent with Compass, and this is your March 2023 Denver housing market update. Let's talk about the things that we'll cover in this video. We're going to start off with days on market, then move to months of housing inventory for single family homes, number of new listings, number of active listings, median and average sale price, and a new one on the list, inflation rate. We'll talk about mortgage rates, the Denver area unemployment rate, and my 30-day prediction. So, days on market, sitting at 26 days. That's in comparison to an average of 48 days. And as you can see here with this chart, we are downtrending, which means that it's taking less time to sell a house. And this will continue to go down as we move into spring and summer. We'll peak in summer, and then it will gradually go back up as we move into fall and winter. But this is great news, especially after things slowed down with the rising of interest rates during the fall and winter time. Months of housing inventory for single family homes is down to 1 month. And this was actually a bit of surprise to me because things have been quite slow. And so there are some interesting dynamics that are going on here. This means that if there were no more houses put on the market starting today, it would take 1 month to exhaust that entire inventory. So why is that happening? I asked that question because the number of new listings for February was up 2,608. We hit the bottom of the market in terms of new listings in December, and it has gradually gone up since then. So if we've had a growing number of new listings going on the market, why has the housing inventory gone down from 2 months to 1 month? Well, the number of active listings does give us some indicator. For the month of February, it was at 2,825. So though the number of new listings has gone up, the number of active listings has gone down. This tells me that houses are going on the market and they're going under contract pretty quickly. This is great if you're a seller or you're a potential seller considering putting your house on the market. This does give some indication that there are more buyers that are hitting the market, that are pounding the pavement, searching for houses and finding something that they really like. That activity and that competition appears to be coming back after it receded at the end of last year. Median and average sale price for the month of February is also up. Just a hair under 600,000 for the median and average 718,610. And you can see that visually here. We have thankfully hit a bottom to the market after things took a pretty significant dive. From April to January, it was around 16.3% of value that was lost on the average side. Now that's starting to come back up. And the newest addition to this market update is the inflation rate, since this does directly impact the mortgage interest rates. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So we've seen this gradual falling of the inflation rate since June at 9.1%. That has been coming down slowly, but what we saw in the month of January, the February numbers have not come out yet. Those will be published on March 14th, but for the month of January, it did not take as much of a drop as what investors were expecting. And so that's why we've seen mortgage rates go up slightly. Mortgage rates at the beginning of February were just a hair over 6%, and it did look like that trend was going to continue down. But since the inflation rate didn't fall as much as expected, the Federal Reserve had decided to slightly increase the rates there, and that impacted the mortgage rate. So they're sitting now at 6.5%. It's a big jump, especially from where it was in January of 2022 at 3.69%. The unemployment rate for the Denver area is looking pretty good, though, at 2.8%. That's in comparison to the national average of 3.5%. So although the economy is in a little bit of a fragile state, it does look like companies are retaining their employees for the most part. What's my 30-day prediction? I'm going to keep this unchanged from my last video since I just published the February video last night. I wanted to get a new video out with new numbers since today's the first of the month, but I'm going to keep my 30-day prediction here. So mortgage rates, I think, could see some slight increases over the next couple of weeks until we get those new inflation numbers. Spring inventory is going to increase. That's a good thing for buyers. There's more to pick from. I don't think that's going to have too much of a negative impact on sellers. The competition, the buyers are coming back, which should create some competition. And because we're still low, significantly low in inventory around the Denver metro area, I think it could potentially lead to a multiple offer situation for those that are listing their houses, which is great, but I don't think it's going to be as intense as what it was the last couple of years. Speaking of things moving fast and competitive offers, I don't see that the days on market is going to be as fast and furious as the last couple of years, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as what it was late last year. So somewhere in between. Don't expect for it to go under contract within the first weekend, but do expect for it to go under contract. That limited inventory and that increase of buyers in competition should create a pretty healthy environment for getting houses sold. Buyers, if you're jumping into this, just be prepared. The interest rate does sit a little bit higher than what it was last year. I don't think it's going to be as low as 3% anytime in the near future. So if you're waiting for that, you're going to be waiting in vain. My recommendation would be is if you can afford a house and you can afford the monthly payment and you can find a house that you really like, go for it. And then if and when the interest rate comes down, which I think it will, at least a little bit, you can refinance that and reduce your monthly mortgage payment. My name is Sean Mitchell, Denver real estate agent with Compass. Thank you so much for watching this. If you're new to watching these videos, please make sure you follow and like the video. I would really appreciate that. It helps expand my reach for this content, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.